Which is better, the new Mercedes E-Class or the new BMW 5 Series? Well, in this episode, we are going to find out. The standard E-Class 350 4MATIC starts at around $62,000, and the 450 4MATIC starts at around $68,000. The 5 Series is more affordable. The standard 530i starts at around $58,000, the 530i X-Drive starts at around $60,000, and the 540i X-Drive starts at around $65,000. The 5 Series looks decent on the outside, however I'm not a big fan of the front. I like the fact that it has the regular kidney grille, but I'm not a big fan of the bumper design, and I don't like the shape of the headlights too much either. There's also too many creases in the body panels. However, from the side it looks pretty good. I like how the door handles are integrated into the door, and it gets 19-inch wheels as standard. You can pay extra for 20-inch or 21-inch wheels. And the back is nice. The taillights look very cool, and the body panels are a little bit smoother. Now it's a pretty heavy vehicle. It just weighs over 4,000 pounds. Overall it looks pretty decent on the outside. So does the E-Class. But it definitely does look better than the 5 Series, especially from the front. The body panels are much smoother, and I prefer the lower bumper design much more. The grille also looks a lot better. However, I'm not a big fan of how it's connected to the headlights. The previous E-Class looked beautiful, and I love the side profile. It looks so elegant. Now unlike the 5 Series, it gets 18-inch wheels as standard, but you can pay extra for 19-inch, 20-inch, or 21-inch wheels. And the back looks pretty good, but I don't really like how the Mercedes stars look in the taillights. The previous E-Class definitely looked better on the back, but still this one overall looks pretty good, but also it is heavier. It weighs at almost 4,200 pounds, but definitely it looks better than the 5 Series. Which exterior do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. The E-Class's interior looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the way the Super Screen looks. The ambient lighting is glorious. The Super Screen in my opinion looks even better than the Hyper Screen. However, you don't get it as standard. As standard, you only get one display in the middle, and then for the rest of the panel you can choose whatever design you want. But it looks much better with the Super Screen. This is an amazing interior. It also has the panorama roof, which lets loads of light into the cabin, making it feel more spacious inside. And also it has pretty good interior quality. For the comfort features, it has heated, ventilated, and massaged seats. There's also the heated steering wheel and rear sunshades. However, they cost extra cash. This is a very common thing with many luxury cars. We should be able to get the heated and ventilated seats as standard, but no, unfortunately it costs extra cash for the Mercedes E-Class. And it's a similar story with the 5 Series. It also has heated seats and a steering wheel, ventilated seats, and rear sunshades, but once again they cost extra cash. Even the little Tesla Model 3 has heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel, all as standard, and that vehicle starts at a much lower price than these two. Now if you'd like to see a video on that car, click on the top right corner of your display. But overall the BMW's interior is pretty nice. That widescreen display adds to the modern feeling of this cabin, and it has a wonderful glass roof letting loads of light into the cabin, and the design overall is very nice. It also has glorious ambient lighting, and it looks especially good at night. It doesn't look as elegant as the E-Class's interior, but just like any other BMW, it's super high quality. BMW always provides their vehicles with better interior quality than Mercedes, and the 5 Series is going to feel extra expensive. The Mercedes' interior looks better, but the BMW's interior feels better. Which interior do you guys prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. The E-Class as standard gets two displays in the front. You have your driver's display and a center display which provides vehicle controls. There's the optional Super Screen, which provides a passenger display and a huge glass panel connecting the passenger display to the center display. The passenger display works very similar to the center screen, and there's many ways you can control the infotainment system in the Mercedes. The center touchscreen can also be operated via touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel and voice commands. There's over-the-air updates, so as you own your E-Class, it gets better over time. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Both are included. It also has Angry Birds and different videos on these beautiful displays. It has a lovely surround view, which is super helpful for parking. And a very cool feature it has is the MBUX augmented video for navigation. How it works is when you enable the navigation, it will show the front camera on the center display and show arrows pointing towards the direction you will have to go. That way you never make a wrong turn. It's a very good feature. There's also the optional 3D instrument cluster. It basically adds 3D effects to the instrument cluster, but it can only be seen in person. It cannot be shown on video. And then finally there's the optional heads-up display. It's a pretty high-tech vehicle. So is the 5 Series. It also gets two displays as standard, but you only have your instrument cluster and a center display. There is no passenger display available with the 5 Series. However, there are more ways you can control the infotainment system in the BMW. The center touchscreen can also be controlled via voice commands like in the Mercedes, but also there is gesture controls, and the best method is to use the scroll wheel on the center console. This is the safest and easiest method. It also has over-the-air updates, so as you own your 5 Series, it gets better over time. It also gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, both are included. It has even more games than the Mercedes, and you can also control them using your phone. There's also YouTube, so you can watch a bunch of different videos. It has a surround view like the Mercedes, which is very helpful for parking, and it also has the augmented video for navigation, just like in the E-Class. However, Mercedes was first to introduce this feature, and also there's the optional heads-up display. These are both very high-tech vehicles. Now let's find out which vehicle is more practical. So the 5 Series is up to 17 cubic feet of cargo space. However, the E-Class has up to 19.1 cubic feet of cargo space. Yup, the Mercedes is the winner. All of the 530i models get a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, which makes 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The 540i gets a 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged engine, which makes 375 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. Now all of the versions but the standard 530i get all-wheel drive. The standard 530i gets a rear-wheel drive system, and just like any other BMW, it features an 8-speed automatic. The standard E-Class 350 has a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, which also makes 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, just like the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine in the 5 Series. The E-Class 450 also gets a 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged engine, which also makes 375 horsepower, but 369 pound-feet of torque. Now all versions of the E-Class get an all-wheel drive system and a 9-speed automatic, just like any other Mercedes. So then, how fast can these vehicles go? Well, the standard E-Class 350 4MATIC can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds, and the 450 can go in 4.4 seconds. That's very fast. The standard 5 Series 530i can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds. The 530i xDrive can go in 5.8 seconds, and the 540i xDrive can also go in 4.4 seconds, just like the E450. The regular 5 Series comes with spring suspension, unlike the electric i5. That comes with air suspension, but still spring suspension is pretty good. It makes the vehicle more agile and nimble, reducing the amount of body roll, making it more sporty. And typically BMWs have a sporty feeling to them, and also they're pretty comfortable. It's just with the 5 Series you're going to feel bumps a little bit more since it's spring suspension, unlike air suspension. The traction is also much better with the all-wheel drive rather than the rear-wheel drive, and also it's pretty light for its size, which will improve the handling, making it even sportier. And it has rear-wheel steering, which not only reduces the turning circle at low speeds, it also makes the vehicle more stable at higher speeds, and it has a wide range of self-driving features, but once again you have to pay extra for them, and they all come with a certain pack. When you get the executive pack, you will get adaptive cruise control, which will automatically accelerate and brake for vehicles in front, and steering assist to keep you inside the lane. So when you get on the highway, you can enable those features, and then it will drive by itself. But you still have to sit in the driver's seat because you have to monitor the vehicle constantly. But it does make the driving experience more relaxing. It also has lane change assist, so the vehicle can automatically change lanes when adaptive cruise control and steering assist is enabled. And it has a wide range of safety features as well. There's rear cross traffic alert. So let's say you're reversing out of the slot and the vehicle detects another car coming, then it will automatically apply brakes. It also has emergency stop assist, where the vehicle will automatically apply brakes to prevent a collision, lane keeping assist to prevent the vehicle from darting out of its lane, evasion aid assist so the vehicle can steer away from obstacles, blind spot assist which constantly monitors the blind spot, and the vehicle can also park by itself. Overall, it's a pretty good car to drive. It's fun, it's also pretty comfortable, and it has a lot of self-driving features. The E-Class also gets spring suspension as standard, which improves the agility, making the vehicle more nimble. However, you can get air suspension with adaptive dampers on the E-Class, and that will make the ride much more comfortable. You can alter the ride height depending on the road conditions, and also you can change the firmness. So you can set it to a softer setting, drastically improving the ride comfort, or you can set it to a stiffer setting, which will make the vehicle more agile and nimble, like spring suspension does, and that will reduce the amount of body roll, making the vehicle more enjoyable. And also you can get rear wheel steering with the E-Class as well, which will reduce the turning circle and increase the stability at higher speeds. However, this vehicle is pretty heavy compared to the 5 Series. More weight will increase body roll. Traction also is very good with the all-wheel drive system, and also has a bunch of self-driving features like the 5 Series as well. But once again, you have to pay extra for them. When you get the optional driver assistant package, it provides adaptive cruise control to automatically accelerate and brake, and steering assist to keep you inside the lane. And also it has lane change assist so the vehicle can change lanes on its own, and it has a cool feature called pre-safe. What it does is it will tighten the seatbelt, adjust the front passenger seat, and close all the windows if an accident is about to occur. It's a very good feature. It also has blind spot assist, active brake assist, rear cross traffic alert with automatic braking, active lane keeping assist, and also it can park by itself. Overall, the E-Class is also a very good car to drive. The E-Class is definitely more about the comfort, and the 5 Series is more sporty, but the 5 Series is also pretty comfortable as well. So which is better, the BMW 5 Series or the Mercedes E-Class? It's very difficult to decide. These are both fantastic vehicles. The E-Class is more about the comfort and the luxury, and the 5 Series is more sporty. Maybe the BMW has a slightly better value, but when it comes to comfort and luxury, I would recommend the E-Class. But if that is what you need, I'd recommend purchasing an electric car because for luxury, electric cars make more sense. They're silent, and they have instant torque, and they're more relaxing to drive as they have regenerative braking. And that is why I'd recommend checking out my video on the BMW i5 versus the Mercedes EQE. Both are electric vehicles, and you can see that video by clicking on the top right corner of your display. But apart from that, let me know in the comments down below which vehicle do you guys prefer, the Mercedes E-Class or the BMW 5 Series. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's episode.